Elden Ring, in my opinion, is one of the best games to come from this generation of buggy, hot messes. It's one of the most polished, astonishingly beautiful experiences you can play to date, even if you're getting killed more NPCs than actual bosses. Please, just quit jumping me. They're jumping me. Alright, build up some stamina. Ow. Okay, just grab me and bite my soul out of me. I'm just gonna ignore him, alright? If you just don't acknowledge him, he isn't there. That's for all the characters in this game. If you just don't acknowledge they're there, they'll never hurt you. Just don't acknowledge they're there. Just roll and act like they're... Seriously, this game could never be overrated. It's a masterpiece. It's such an addition to the already stacked list of FromSoftware games that exist. It's just one more golden crown on their list. I'm a little biased because Elden Ring was my first introduction into Souls games. I could never really grasp them, and I just didn't have the interest to ever try a hand at them. Whenever this game was the talk of the town, I just felt like I should buy it. Then I realized how absolute boo-boo I was, and I closed the game for a year and never played it again. So whenever I seen a bunch of YouTubers start hopping back on playing it, I was like, oh, maybe I'll give this game a shot again. So the first fight is Margit. That's the first main story fight, and as you're gonna see, it took me a minute. I kinda get shit on for a good minute. Damn, little bro thinks he's a wizard or something. Why are you just phasing in like that? It's fucking Star Trek? Damn! Big man, dude. I hope you brought a bucket of water. It's amazing. I love how well telegraphed he is. You can get his moveset down in a few tries, especially me. I have already fought him before, so I kind of got him done pretty soon, but he's such a neat boss, dude. He has such a strong introduction. It's so cool. Oh yeah, I may have found the secret sauce to this. Maybe I shouldn't have taken my mana thing away, because now I'm out of that move. Ow. He just smashed me with the Empire State Building. Yeah, get Roger, not me. Just chill. I did that at the worst time. No, come on, let me get it. Aw, that's alright. Bless my heart, dude. That move did crazy, because Roger's still a good bit alive. What are you doing? What kind of, like, Mike Tyson boxing was that? Oh, please don't be stuck in animation. There we go. Wait a minute, we might have him. Oh, no, we're gonna sell. Oh, Roger, the clutch. Holy shit, buddy. We're raising your pay grade. No way. 3 attempts? What was that, 3 attempts? The areas in this game truly feel so unique and memorable. It's ridiculous. I'll never forget the first time I entered Liurnia, and I said, wow, this map's going to be huge. Like, this is massive. And then I legit had no idea. That doesn't even count the underground areas, like Volcano Manor, Farm Azula, the Howling Tree Place that I don't know the name of exactly, and so many more that are underground, like Moog's Palace. Like, there's so many. I've put 8 hours into the save that I'm on right now. 8 hours, whilst being carried by viewers, so it didn't take me too long to get some of these things done, and I still have yet to see all the map. The next boss from Margit is Godrick, the Lord of Gold. I've always thought it was a little weird that he was a simp towards a dog, or like a horse, or whatever the hell that is. Yeah, get me? Like, I'm thinking he's just a little goober. Look at his nails, too. They're bent backwards. It's vile. Pretty well, thanks for asking. Of course, Sydney, of course. Damn. I always thought he could give a hell of a hand job with that, dude. He could, like, peel that Alright, just wait. My crazy girlfriend's on her way. Nah, he ain't dripped out like that. I don't see no gold on him, but I mean, bless his heart if that's his title. He has a pretty cool introduction, too. This was one of the harder boss fights that I had done up until this point. I had only really fought Margit before. I had fought this guy like once, but with a buddy back in the day when I used to play co-op. Like, that's where I kind of get most of my experience with this game was through co-op, so it didn't really count. He gave me a challenge. I think this is where the bosses start getting a little more unique, a little more like hard, cool. They get like an art to them. This was one of the ones that took me a good hour to do. It took me a bit of time. It wasn't that bad, but it definitely took me some time. Running up to his boss arena blew my mind. Just before you even get to him, like running from Margit to him is like such a goofy run, but in a good way. It's so amazing. It's ridiculous how big it is. Pause. One. How the hell did you hear me? I ain't even moving that fast. Come on. You find something new out every day you play it. Even some viewers that have been playing since day one, seen new tricks and new ways to do stuff that I was doing. They didn't know the first time around, and secondly, the bosses are all so unique and astonishing that, you know, they seen new moves, or they seen a new way to defeat them, or whatever it may be. I kept constantly hearing, oh, I've never seen that before. You know what I mean? The next boss is the Fox. I just call him that because I don't really... I mess up his pronunciation of his name every time, if I'm just honest with you. He actually put a run in for my money. It took me 2 separate times of playing the game to beat him. I had to play for an hour, I had to go and do some stuff, and then I had to come back in order to kill him. He's not quite... He's not the hardest boss in the world because his health just isn't there. He doesn't have a lot of health, so if you're doing like any amount of damage to him, it's going to hurt him real bad. But here's the issue. He does really good damage, especially when you're at a lower level like I was, and he spams you. He just absolutely demolishes you. He's just going to sit there and tear you to pieces. Do your job! Thank you, brother. You get me. Oh shit, bad time, bad time, bad time. How did I not get hit there? Hold on, I'm focused. I'm honed in, ladies and gentlemen. Oh shit, he's staggered. Oh shit, he's staggered. Oh, give it to me. Oh, take that. Oh, I can't say that. I was gonna say take that rod. Oh, we got it! This is one of those bosses that is like so unique. He has such a beauty to him, and he has like such a story. He's one of them, like one of my favorites, even though I diss him. I don't even say his real name. I just call him the Fox. I love him to death. He's so neat. The next boss fight is the Full Moon Queen. Can you not? Anyways, this one gave me way more trouble than it should have. Everyone told me it was an easy fight. Everyone told me it was going to take me no time. It took me a few hours. Seriously. It was embarrassing how long it took. It's like I had to learn her rhythm, and then once I found her rhythm, I absolutely stomped her. I nearly did it with no hit. But, man, it did not go well. It was rough. Running up to her boss room was the most annoying part. I think they should have a grace outside of every boss room. I know it's a little biased, because obviously it's supposed to be hard. It's a Dark Souls game. But I don't know. I hate having to run to them. That's just one of my little pet peeves, but it's not that big a deal. I mean, the game's meant to be hard. It's kind of fun on the occasion. But as you've seen in the clip before, I get a little frustrated. Her boss fight was extremely unique as well. She had 2 phases. First phase 2 boss that I had really dealt with. Like that actually had 2 full health bars. And she ran my pockets. This was amazing. And this was one of, again, I know I keep saying unique bosses, but this was one of the most unique ones that I've run into. She wanted me? Oh my god, you want me? Are you single? Oh, goated run, baby! Fucking goated run! Ooh, leg cramp! Help! I know a lot of people say that Morgott, Margit, all like the little barnacle boys are all the same. And yes, legit, they're not very far apart, other than some minor differences and maybe a very big sword. But if you truly run around the game, you'll find that even if they reuse some bosses, all the bosses they did put the effort into and didn't reuse, they're amazing. The next boss I fight is Radahn. He's my absolute favorite. Between the arena you fight him in to like how his lore goes, I love him to death. It's so neat. It like, Radahn is just amazing. Like, he's holding back the stars. He's saving everyone from an existential threat. And then you kill him, and then that's what causes so much different shit to happen. Oh my god. It's amazing. Like, I genuinely think he's one of the best characters in any video game ever. His story's so unique and so beautiful, and I think everyone needs to look up his lore. I'm not perfect on the lore, but you need to listen to it, or watch it, or pull up a video on it, something, because it's so beautiful. He's my favorite of all time. He wasn't one of the hardest to fight, honestly. He wasn't that bad. I know a lot of people talk about pre-patch Radahn before they fixed him because he was absolute busted, but it took me a little bit. Like, you have to kind of learn him a little bit. He's a little more unique. His moveset's pretty wild, but, you know, you kind of get to jump in with like 80 different people, so if you just let them do it, you can get it done, like I did. Thank you, Blad, for hitting him. Blad to go with the final hit, swear. Love that, dude. Oh, look at the northern lights. I can see him from fucking Alabama, you brother. This cutscene again. Yeah, I'm actually not gonna interrupt it. That's pretty. Hi, Landon. Caden, I love you. That doesn't look good. Next boss I fight is I go to the Godskin Noble, fight him, and then I go to Rykard. So I would go ahead and give you a small breakdown of the Godskin Noble. He wasn't really special. I one-tried him, literally, and I'm not that good at the game. So I just sped it up real fast. No one really cares about him. He's not a main story boss. Man, why I gotta deal with you? Don't look at me like that. Of course you don't fucking land. Left? Cancels that out. Right. Now, back up. Let him do his stupid shit. Let him do a move or whatever. Jab. The next fight was Rykard. Amazing. It's such an amazingly telegraphed fight. Like, I literally had to treat it like I was actually boxing him, because he moved in such a pattern where you could find his openings, and if you were smart enough, you could actually hit him in these openings. Lefty Lucy! And then it would stun him, then you could do another hit, and then you could back off, let him do it, wear himself down, and then you could go in again. It was such a fun fight. Like, even if I got really frustrated, even if it took me like an hour and a half to do, it was so fun. I had to go get the Mimic tier for it, the whole deal. Once you get him down, once you learn everything that he does, once you get that part, you cannot find a better boss fight to me. This is the best boss to me. As far as just fun and the arena and how cool it is, it's terrifying yet beautiful. It's amazing. Rykard, hats off to him. Even though I kind of sharded on him, dude, wonderful boss fight. Love him to death. Oh my god. Like, I hated it in the moment, but now that it's over, I love it. All I had to do was pay attention to what I was doing. All I had to do was pay attention to what he was doing and pay attention to what I was doing, baby. Thank you for the advice, boys. We got it done. What is this goofy goober? Get out of here. You seem terrifying. I don't like you. I'm a goofy goober rock. I want to sit on that old throne, boy. Did he just say hard R? The f.
General Radahn. Praetor Rykard. Luna Princess Rani.
Fuck.
Thy kind are all of a piece.
Whoever said he looks like Fent Yoda, that's insane. He's about to sell me some copper wire. This shit's gonna go wild.
Thy King Morgott. Last of all kings.
So this may be bad, but I ain't gonna lie. Morgott is a really hard boss. I have a bit of viewers on TikTok and YouTube Shorts, so I may or may not have brought some in to help me beat him. I was only level 51, okay? I just can't handle it. I couldn't do it alone. So I brought in some of the homies, you know, Bless my heart, okay? I tried to do like completely solo, but I needed some help. This was one of the funnest fights. Regardless, if you look at it, like, it's just Margit reskinned as, you know, his name is Morgott and Margit, same thing. But the lore tells you whatever, blah, 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 blah. It's like imposter or some weird clone or whatever. It don't matter. It just, they're lazy. They didn't want to make a different skin for him. But they did enough to him where it made it cool. I'm so glad they did it because it shows you how annoying it could have been if they would have made him like this from the get-go. He does a lot different moves. He has a little more skill to him. He's a lot harder to fight. He has, like, his arena is so slept on to me. This is one of the funnest fights I dealt with, and I don't know if it's because I had viewers in or I didn't or what, but it was amazing. It was a blast, and I'm really glad that I got to experience it firsthand. He's one of the coolest bosses I've ever probably dealt with ever. So yeah, this was amazing. So far I've fought Margit, Godrick, that goofy fox that I hate, the Moon Queen, Radahn, Morgott, Rykard, and a few others that were a little more minuscule. A few of whatever this word means, bosses, and I have to say, they're all unique. They all have really cool stories to them. They all have like a presence. Rykard is such an iconic fight. Radahn is an iconic fight. All of them are iconic. They have such a unique presence in this game that you can't dismiss them. You never get tired of fighting them. And I'm not even halfway through the end of the story. There's still so many bosses. I've only did like 15 and there's like 80 or something. I have no idea. I didn't even look it up. I never understood why people are so diehard with these games. You know, breaking controllers left and right, but coming back to the following day just to do it all over again. But once you get into the universe and see the beauty of this game, it's like an addiction. It's so it's just beautifully unique. Regardless of me constantly angrily trying to blame the game, there's nothing that I could do to say it was the game. It was all just me. So the next boss we have in line is Fire Giant, and I don't really want to make this video any longer than I need to, so we're going to do a part 2. We will come back with this eventually. I know I'm going to try and do it tomorrow, actually, so if I make the video, I make the video. If it takes me a little longer, it takes me a little longer. Tune into the streams at twitch.tv/judopotato, or on my TikTok, judopotatotv, or YouTube Shorts. I stream there. Just whatever you'd like to do. If you want to come watch me try and complete the game, have some fun, whatever. If you want to try and join in and help me, feel free, because I could use it. And yeah, so we're going to leave it off of there. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you want to see more content like this, please drop a like below. And I'll see you guys next time. Ooh, leg cramp!